Hey there everyone. We're going to review shading techniques for our Cubist Still Life drawing. As you know, we're going to be selecting either warm or cool colors to use. As you can see, I started using cool colors. Okay, so make sure you choose either warm or cool to do this. I started doing this, and what I want to show you is what not to do. So as you can see here, every single separate fragment is a different color and then shaded light to dark in a different direction. Basically think the pencil line is a fence, it's a border, and it's kind of, that's dictating what you need to shade in and then change. Once you hit a pencil line, you stop and you pick a different color. In this example here, you see I didn't think about the pencil lines. I just was thinking about the shape. Like, oh, it's a grape, it's a circle. I shaded it one single color. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is shade individual fragments. Whenever there's a pencil line, you stop your shading and you pick a different color. So that's really important. So I'll just kind of you should know what you need to do, but I'm gonna do a little demo anyway. Oops, sorry, that's loud. When you pick a color, make sure that your color pencil is nice and sharp and that you're using kind of the edge of the color pencil, not the tip when you're shading. So as I get started, what I like to do is do an all over light shade. So I'm picking kind of this little section here of the grape. Notice there's a teeny tiny little area there. You're going to have some shapes that are really small, and that's okay. It happens when you fragment. So I do it so light you can barely see it. Go back in the opposite direction if you have to kind of get rid of any linear quality. I've mentioned that on some of your value practices. If you kind of shade really aggressively or just maybe fast, sometimes you get that linear, that line, right? You want to avoid that. And to do that, you go in one direction and then you kind of go in the opposite direction to kind of take away any of those lines, that linear quality. So I have it all over light. Now I want to decide which way I want my value to go, light to dark. Remember, every single section is going to be light to dark. And mix it up. I have some kind of going this way, up and down, left to right. In this case, I think I'm going to kind of start here. So now I'm adding a second layer, this time going a little bit darker. Maybe a lot darker. Don't press too hard, too fast. You want to do layers. As I start to approach what I want to be my light side, I'm going to start to kind of pull back on the pressure and not press as hard. So as I approach the light side, I'm starting lifting up the pencil, and I don't even have to go over that last kind of section. It already has value. It already has shading. So there's no point in me shading over the light side. It kind of takes away from that light to dark or that dark to light. Another layer. This time I'll press even a little bit harder. And as I approach, notice I'm kind of going back in along the edges. If I did something like this, what's going to happen, it's going to kind of go through the lines and be a little messy. So I am, kind of conscious of the edges there and kind of go back in and clean it. But as I approach that light side, I start to lift up, not so much pressure. And then maybe just one more, really going in there, just on the dark part. And I lift as I go towards the light. So you have that gradual change from light to dark. And you're going to do that in all of your sections and really be conscious of the pencil lines. So I don't want to see this. I don't want to see kind of ignoring pencil lines that tell you to stop and change colors and change direction. Be really conscious of the shade of the fragments that you have created to shade. Okay, good luck, and I look forward to seeing your work.